It's that time again, Dugan. In 3 minutes, I'm gone, and this place belongs to you. So move it, baby.
Don't stop, it's over here. It'll be here before. Yesterday's gone.
It started with the Crystal Age. It moved to the Golden Age. And now, welcome to the solid Platinum Age.
Good morning, Los Angeles. It's great to be a winner, and aren't we all?
And this is FM, the motion picture that takes you inside your radio.
To the sound of the hot country band, whose music shuffling on the dance floor sound.
This is Mother on Q-Sky FM, Los Angeles.
Eric Swan.
What it is this.
We're the #2 station and the second largest market in the United States, and we're not making any money.
For those of you who never knew, for those of you who've never forgotten, for those of you who really don't give it.
The competition might be putting on the Ronstadt concert, but Q-Sky's gonna steal it and air it live on FM.
FM. Even if the story isn't completely true, it's only because you wouldn't believe what really happens.
We got the best damn station there is. That's not the point. What is? Profits. And what do they care about our audience? What do they care about music? All they care about is money.
The entire staff of Q Sky, Los Angeles, are now going on strike.
FM, featuring the music of America's hottest rock stars, with special concert appearances by Linda Ronstadt and Jimmy Buffett.
Are you listening to Q-Sky, my little darlings?
FM, coming at you soon at the speed of sound.
Well, now, look where you found yourself. This is Hammer Away, and I'm Viking Stew. Let's get hammered.
Let's do it.
What's up, guys? This is Jaron Galino with Lynch Mob, and I'm hanging with Viking Stew on the Hammer Away Show.
Well, hello and good evening. It is what is this, Tuesday? All right, we're going to be talking about FM the movie. It's 48 this year as of yesterday, and we got a little bit more after that. Talk to you soon.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Yeah, all right. You know what? Let's make sure yep. That wondering, see? That's what I thought, see? We're going to stop that. Thank you. Okay. So, anyway, let's get ourselves rolling after I take this off of here. And you can, well, maybe you don't want to see me. But look at that. I'm over there. That's kind of weird. We do weird here. Not on purpose. I don't do weird on purpose. But anyway, that is a great movie. I love the movie, and in fact, I meant to grab something over there, and I didn't. Should I? I suppose I could get up and go over there and grab it because it's kind of cool. I have to find one more version of this movie that I own, and it was the first version of the movie that I owned. But I don't know who's. This is a weird case. This doesn't seem to want to close correctly. I don't know why. It's a little loose for whatever reason. And it's not like it's broken. It's just weird. Okay, I got it. I got it. All right, so anyway, FM is the movie. 1978, killer soundtrack. Amazing soundtrack. I'm going to talk a little bit more about some of these movies. In fact, I saw something today which had an array of different movies that kind of were music centric that other people would put into a same kind of category as this. Maybe that was the Facebook page thing that I found. Because I found another bit of information about. Oh yeah, that's right. I'll have to use that next time. Found a video today that I saw on HBO many years ago. Anyway, so FM spawned this great soundtrack. Most people didn't love the movie, but I'd never seen the movie. It came out in 78. It was rated R, I'm sure, and I wasn't old enough to see it at the time, and it wasn't. I don't even know that it was played in my hometown area. I'm sure it probably was, but at that time, what was I, 14? So I wasn't going out to see a lot of these movies. And again, there was things that I learned about musically when I moved that didn't show up in my hometown, my small hometown. In other situations, there were songs that were played on the radio from an album. I heard one song, and down here in the St. Louis area, they were playing a different song off the album. For example, one of my favorite bands to talk about that nobody really knows about. But do yourself a favor, check out Horse Lips with no E, just Horse Lips. And check out the Man Who Built America album. It's around that same time frame, around 1978. And when I got into that record, I got into it because I loved the song Loneliness, which is what they played on our station. But you go to St. Louis, Keishi had been, actually, they played Sure the Boy Was Green from another album, but then they also played, when Man Who Built America came out, they played the title track. So that was pretty an interesting thing. I'm like, well, I knew Loneliness. So anyway, but when I heard about the movie, though, I saw the soundtrack. It was a cutout by the time I got it, and it looks like this. I got it as a cutout, the FM soundtrack. It's a double album. It's a gatefold, and I will show you. See, mine has a saw cut in it right there at the top. So so let's take a look here. I've got some images here of the soundtrack here. This is from a Japanese release, okay, which I thought about for the briefest of moments about getting it, but the shipping is, I don't know, half as, so you're gonna do 1.5 times the amount to get it shipped. I hate when they do that. Wow, $17.50. That's a great deal. Okay, $26 plus in shipping. So yeah, no, thank you. But this is a Japanese release nonetheless. So you can see there all the amazing bands that are on this album, and some of them are doubled up. Some of them, their double ups are not on this record. But you got Boston, Jimmy Buffett, Doobie Brothers, Eagles, Dan Fogelberg, Foreigner, Billy Joel, Randy Meisner, Steve Miller Band, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Queen, Linda Ronstadt. You know, I never really noticed that. Boz Scaggs, Bob Seger, Steely Dan, James Taylor, and Joe Walsh. I never noticed that before. They have Steve Miller, but they don't have Steve Miller Band because they play Steve Miller Band on there. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I get it. I get you're dealing with space here, but look how wide they've got these lines spaced. You could have done 5 lines up there. You could have made the logo even a little bit bigger. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Linda Ronstadt. But yeah, they don't have Bob Seger in the Silver Bullet Band. They don't have Steve Miller Band. They don't have Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Kind of interesting. I mean, those are huge ass names, but still, that's kind of interesting that Tom Petty went on to do solo stuff and it was just Tom Petty. But that's kind of wild. Hey, what's up, Chris? How's it going? Good to see you here, buddy. Appreciate it. If you got any questions or anything to chime in, please feel free. Then let's take a look here. We can move on to the next one. Here's the gatefold. And in this Japanese release, it looks like they've got this, I guess this is it's a booklet, but it's just one sheet. So that, I guess, is in the middle when you open it up. And then it opens up. There's your gatefold with Jimmy Buffett is in the movie. He has a cameo. So does Tom Petty. And Linda Ronstadt does. She plays live. And it's really, really cool. Here's the open booklet. I guess there's the back of it down in the bottom. And in the middle there's when you open up the booklet, it's got plenty of things written, hopefully not in Japanese, but you never know. Then here's the labels. Now the label, there's a couple of different ways to go here. You've got, I don't know which one is the original. I have to do a little research on that. And I'm going to cover this movie a little bit more later down the line, because as you can see, it's 48. And it will be 49 and then 50. So I'll be having a big 50th birthday for it here in a couple of years. So anyway, there's the side one. You've got FM by Steely Dan, Night Moves by Bob Seger, Fly Like an Eagle by Steve Miller, Cold as Ice by Foreigner, Breakdown by Tom Petty, and then Bad Man by Randy Meisner. And then you've got that's side 3. Let's go for number 2. Where is side 2? That's side 1, right? Okay, side 2. I must have clicked on it. I didn't even know. Life in the Fast Lane, Do It Again, Lido Shuffle, Boz Skaggs, and then More Than a Feeling by Boston. And then you've got Tumbling Dice, Poor, Poor, Pitiful Me, and by Linda Ronstadt. Those are live. And then you've got Livingston Saturday Night by Jimmy Buffett. There's a Place in the World for a Gambler by Dan Fogelberg. Just the Way You Are by Billy Joel. Let's see. It Keeps You Running, which is by Doobie Brothers. Your Smiling Face by James Taylor. Life's Been Good by Joe Walsh. We Will Rock You by Queen. And the FM reprise to end the record. Now, this record goes further than that. Could go further. I'm so sorry. Could go further. So let's take this off of here real quick. It could go a little further. There are 19 tracks, if I counted correctly, on the original soundtrack. Let's do our counting and make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 18, 19. Yes. So 19 songs, including the reprise of the FM, it would be 20. But the total count on it is more like 20. It's 25. Wow, that's really silly because I just went through it today. Because I was making a new cover for these. Now I made my own, and here we go. There you go. This is the complete soundtrack that I created myself and put together with artwork and things like that. I needed to put original motion picture soundtrack, the complete. That's what I did on this new one. But there's the backs. So there you go. They're upside down. So there you go. And then on the inside, what did I do on the inside? Nothing much. Okay. But yeah, the complete though. And let me see if I can get to this here on my computer. I'll tell you a little bit more about this thing as it goes. Let's see. I have 16 tracks there. And let me see if I can open up the back of this as well. Well, let's see. Yeah, total. There we go. I got it. 31 tracks, including the reprise of Steely Dan. So it starts off, and these are all in chronological order through the movie. FM by Steely Dan, Life in the Fast Lane, Eagles, Hollywood by Boz Scaggs. That one didn't make the soundtrack. Fly Like an Eagle, Steve Miller Band. Cold as Ice by Foreigner. Night Moves, Bob Seger. Dependent on You, the Doobie Brothers. Oh, I'm sorry, not Dependent on You. It Keeps You Running. That's what it is. By the Doobie Brothers. Sentimental Lady by Bob Welch. That didn't make the soundtrack. I'm going to write that in. It Keeps You Running. I had put the wrong thing in there. Livingston Saturday Night by Jimmy Buffett. Do It Again, Steely Dan. Your Smiling Face, James Taylor. Feels Like the First Time. That one did not make the soundtrack by Foreigner. Greengrass and High Tides did not make it on the soundtrack, but it's in the movie. Riding the Storm Out Live, REO Speedwagon. That one didn't make it, right? Okay. I hate to bring it up, and I hate talking about it, but I will bring it up here. It's like, because it's a rip, kind of. It's like thinking about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You're like, right, that didn't make the soundtrack, right? But yeah, REO. When it comes to REO, I'll talk about that here in a minute, hopefully, if I remember. Don't Stop by Fleetwood Mac. That did not make the soundtrack either. And I'm wondering how many of these and what labels they were on. I mean, Doobie Brothers were on Warner Brothers. Yeah, Eagles were on Elektra. Yeah, no, it's not like there was something that was only this or that. So yeah, that didn't make it. Life's Been Good. Yeah, right. Yeah, Life's Been Good. That's the end of the album on the vinyl there. Tumbling Dice, Poor Poor Pitiful Me, and Love Me Tender. That Love Me Tender did not make it on the soundtrack by Linda Ronstadt. Those three are all from the concert. Baby Come Back did not make it by Player. That's a big part of the movie too. Wow. I keep looking down at the record expecting that somehow I missed it and it's not there. That's crazy. Player, Baby Come Back. Wow. Just the Way You Are, Billy Joel, that made it. Here's one that didn't make the soundtrack. The Key to My Kingdom by B.B. King. Great tune. Great scene too. Great scene. And you'll understand if you've never seen the movie, when you watch it, there's dialogue, but there's no dialogue. There's just the song playing. You'll understand when you see it. More Than a Feeling by Boston. There's a Place in the World for a Gambler, Dan Fogelberg. Breakdown, Tom Petty. Southern Man did not make the soundtrack by Neil Young. Lido Shuffle, that is on the soundtrack, but Hollywood is not by Boz Scaggs. Bad. I realized I have a typo here because my typing sucks. Bad Man by Randy Meisner, that's on the soundtrack. We Will Rock You by Queen. Slow Ride by Foghat. I'm looking down again because I'm like, it's not on there. And then the FM Reprise by Steely Dan. So lots of songs that did not make the soundtrack, and a great soundtrack. So those are some of the things you can look forward to. If you've never seen the movie, I'm excited for you to see this movie. Is it a great film? If I worked on a radio station for a while, and so it it's kind of wild to have that experience, kinship with it. I'm a little bit into music and music movies. So when I'm thinking about that, I'm like, hell yes, I'm going to watch this. Rockstar, hell yes, I'm going to watch that a lot. I'm going to watch it over and over again. So is Rockstar real? overall, no. Have certain things like that ever happened? Yes. Could it happen like that? No, not necessarily in certain ways. Same thing with FM. Did all this happen at one radio station? No. Did Spinal Tap happen to every band? No. Did it all happen to Spinal Tap? Yes. Did all the things in Christmas Story happen in one story? No. Those were things, little anecdotes that were pulled from different stories that by the same author and put together in one so that it makes for a complete comedy. So that's just like FM. FM has lots of little vignettes that are going along. This is the reason I like FM. Is it has a lot of great music in it. It's a fun story about DJs in a radio station and dealing with the man, with the corporation, and how it all fuels up. So that is a thing that starts at the beginning and builds all the way through the movie to the end, which is a kind of a ridiculous ending, but it's still fun. And, I've heard of crazier things happening. So that's the thing about it is you see a movie where all these crazy things happen at one radio station. And now, not telling you, some radio stations don't have some crazy shit happening all the time, or throughout its lifetime, but just not in the same amount of time, right? But that's what this is like. It's like, oh yeah, there was like Spinal Tap. You're like, yeah, there were bands that went through that. Maybe multiple bands went through that, but that is a take from this band. That's a take from something that happened to that band. And then they put it all together in one thing and you get Spinal Tap. In this, you get a story probably that happened at this station, one that happened from this station. So it's a bunch of, Dear Penthouse stories all put into the same thing. So that's what kind of makes it fun. But they are neat little storyline things and little vignettes that go throughout that get you to know the different people in the cast. And that's what's fun about it, is you get to know a little bit about each of the characters. So there's a good little character development throughout. Again, nobody's trying to win an Oscar with this movie. It's just fun, and it's about the life of being in a radio station out in LA and being number one and the things that come along with that, which you don't always love, right? You don't always love how things come together, and how the man gets to it. I mean, that's like our Keishi here. Keishi's no longer the grassroots kind of thing it used to be. It's corporate run, and they'll pick out what they think you want to hear based on what a few people want to hear, and that's what they're going to feed you. You get the little gelatin black bar that they give you, like, what's that movie? Why can't I think of it? With the train. Sure, why not? Yeah, I own it. Anyway, so yeah, that's what they're gonna give you. You push the little digital button, it goes to Keishi, and you'll get fed what they want to give you, and a crap ton of commercials. So, I mean, that's why a lot of people go to the different stations online and things like that. That's why those things exist. But yeah, so, but it's fun. I have a lot of fun. The folks in this movie, let's take a look at that too, and I can bring up I got photos for that too. So let's bring something up. Here's one of these. I always love seeing these. An old ad from when it was out. This is from Southwick 8, which I can't see where that is. It's in California, I guess. Kentucky Fried Movie was out at the same time. The Wackiest Wagon Train in the West. The One and Only, don't even know what that is. Smokey and the Bandit, folks. Clockwork Orange. So yeah, it's pretty wild. American Hot Wax. Now, that's a movie I've never seen, and Annie Hall was out. That's a movie I've never seen, but it's in this same vein of music. Say that 10 times fast. But yeah, here are the posters that came out for it. You can see these are like movie theater posters. They've got the folds in them. Which that's another thing too. And going back to the soundtrack, here's an 8-track of it. How about that? A white 8-track. And there's the end of it there. And I did check, and these are 4 clean programs. So there's nothing that ends halfway through and goes to the next program. So that's pretty nice. Here's another version. This is the stateside version of this FM soundtrack, and it all looks the same as the Japanese one on all these levels. There's the back of it that I was just talking about. But here's the other label. So here you go. This is the other label set up with the FM logo on it from MCA Records. And then this is a poster that comes with it. Should we look at mine here? That's how it folds out, but here's a nice clean version of it there. Q Sky is the name of the radio station. So let's take a look. Where'd I put it? Right here. Of course that's where it is, because I kept looking down at it. I think I have my poster in here still. If I don't, I'm going to be wicked confused. Oh, and it's not in here. I have it taken out because I'm going to frame it. That's what it is. I'll frame it and put it up in here. So looking forward to doing that. Still in really good shape. I don't think I've played this album very much, but she's in good shape. And you know what? I'll share this with you. I made my own label. Look at that. Viking Stew Original Vinyl Collection. So I made myself a label so that what I do these days is I make these labels so I can remember where I got stuff. So before I take the stuff that's going to go into the collection, then I make a tag for it and I put it in there because that way I'll remember. Here's the problem. Here's the reason why. Because I started buying so many British Lions that I never did mark the original one. So I don't know I don't know. I may have given somebody my original one. I'm not sure. But I did just get a new one that's in really good shape. So that might be the new one that I keep. So anyway, who knows? So yeah, that's pretty much all of that. Here is the cast of the show. And I should bring up the movie, and then I can. It's just that sometimes my brain goes somewhere else, and it's not always. I start dropping names. So anyway, we have on this photo, you've got Michael Brandon is down here next to Martin Mull by the board with the beard. He plays our main character. And then you've got Eileen Brennan is there as well. And Alex Karras, Cleavon Little, and Cassie Yates. So if we're looking at this, Cassie Yates is all the way to the left there. And then Cleavon Little, of course, everybody knows him from classic movies, Blazing Saddles, and many more. Then Alex Karras next to him with cowboy hat, and that's Eileen Brennan over there on the right. So yeah, that's their studio. That's where they do the magic, which is kind of funny because I just watched the movie again last night, but when Martin Mull is in here, I don't see it as the same station room, the same studio room as when Brandon's character is in there, who is called Dugan. But yeah, Michael Brandon, when he's in there, I don't see it like that. That's kind of weird. I got to look at that again. That's kind of wild. The beginning of the movie is great. Starts with Cleavon Little and Michael Brandon, a scene between the two of them. So yeah, but it says here's your Wikipedia thing. FM is a 1978 American comedy drama film about internal conflicts at an FM radio station, directed by John A. Alonzo, and starring all those people I told you about. Special appearances by Jimmy Buffett and Linda Ronstadt, and it doesn't say Tom Petty, but Tom Petty's in it. In this feature, let's see, and Jimmy Buffett in his feature film debut. The screenplay was written by Ezra Sachs. The film was produced by Universal Pictures and originally released to theaters spring of '78. The film performed poorly at the box office, but its soundtrack was a platinum certified disc, selling over 1 million records. So the plot is Q Sky program director and morning DJ Jeff Dugan builds a large fan base by assembling a group of charismatic on-air personalities playing popular rock and roll. He soon finds that corporate management expects Jeff to use the station's position atop the ratings to sell more advertising time, and does so with the aid of a newly hired sales manager. The new sales manager, Regis Lamar, presents him with the chance to advertise for the U.S. Army using a series of cheesy radio ads. One sounds like Frank Zappa, and another one is, they've got other ones that just sound, like they're silly. When Jeff refused, which is Stacy Keach, is that not Stacy? Sorry, not Stacy Keach. It's his brother. Why can't I say his brother's name? James Keach. I was going to say James. So anyway, yeah. But so that goes along, and they have meetings with the guy from the Army, with James Keach and his character. So rather than comply, Jeff quits his job. All of the remaining DJs decide to take control of the radio station, and then everything goes from there. But there's some fun things in between. You get to know the characters. And that's what I like, the fact that you get to know the characters. Around this time, a lot of these music movies were coming out. Again, there was there was going to be American Pop, which was animated. That's a pretty cool film. There was Roadie, which came out, and American Hot Wax, and others. I'm just wondering if there's other films in here where it talks about it. I do have a copy of Roadie. I did see it. I'm glad I got it for cheap, because I'm not really interested in watching it again. It's not one of my favorites in that genre of movies. But somewhere out there, somebody feels the same way about Roadie as I feel about FM. So not to down it, just saying it didn't grab me. But it does have Blondie doing a really cool cover track in there, I think. I'll get that straight and get back to you on it. Maybe I'll watch it again just so I can talk about it here. I mean, it's worth talking about. Rock and Rule is another movie that came out. If you've never seen that, another animated film. Speaking of Debbie Harry, she's in that. And so is some Cheap Trick music. It's like heavy metal, rock and rule, American pop, all these kind of movies. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, let's see who else. Norman Lloyd plays Carl Billings. He's the owner of the whole station. Let's see. Jay Fenichel as Bobby Douglas. He's their I guess what we call their IT. He's their engineer. And then Brenda Venus as Dolores Deluxe. She's in something else. I have to look her up. Joe Smith as Albert Driscoll. He's like the manager, or wait a minute. Yeah, he's like the management guy who comes in between. He's in between the sales guy and the owner. Joe Smith, let's see. All right, so Tom Tarpey as Regis Lamar. Tom Tarpey. I've never seen him in anything else, I don't think. Robert Patton as Jack Rapp. And he's funny. He's good. He plays Jack Rapp is Martin Mull's agent. Peter Fox as Johnny Fury. And Linda Ronstadt, Jimmy Buffett, Tom Petty, REO Speedwagon. They're in it. that's why when I met Bruce Hall years ago, I said, man, you joined REO at just the right time. They had the live album out. You did the movie right after that. You did 9 Lives. It was great. Great time. Great time. And he wrote and sang the one song on 9 Lives. So that's pretty cool. But I really enjoy this movie. It's a lot of fun. I just get a kick out of it. And let's get this off of here for now. Here's a scene from the show when Martin Mull is having a moment. That's when they play the B.B. King tune. Actually, I think they're playing the B.B. King tune when that scene's going on. So, yeah. So enjoy the movie if you've never seen it. My storyline goes like this. I had the soundtrack, never saw the movie all the way through. It came out in 78. For the next I'll say 11 years. 11 years. Is it 11 years? Maybe 12 years. The next 12 years, I still had never seen it. Then I went to our local grocery store where we, in the neighborhood where we had moved. And there it was, a used copy on VHS. And I'll find that before I have the big 50th celebration for this movie. I found the VHS. I bought it. $5. I fell in love with the film. I found my brother had a Laserdisc player, which I bought from him. And then I went to some used store here and found the Laserdisc. I think that's how it worked. And got it, fell in love with it. Then in my PS3 is my version. I recorded it onto the computer, captured it, and then I got into iMovie and made my own version of it. And that's how I was watching it after that then. Skipped the Laserdisc. My Laserdisc player crapped out, but I do have a newer one that I use now. But made my own DVD of it. And I'm trying to remember if I made that from the Laserdisc or from the VHS. Nonetheless, made my own DVD until finally I bought the DVD. You can get this on Amazon. It's a Vault series. And there you go. Then down the line would come the Blu-ray. They would release that. Arrow, what is it called? Arrow Productions or Arrow Video. Arrow Video. See if I can show you that good enough. Ooh, there you go. Arrow Video. So you can go out there and get this. I think it's like $20. And let me see if I can find out if I can be a guest on Amazon. I hate it, Amazon like this, because you always have to sign in. But let's say FM Blu-ray. Let's help you out. I want to make sure you know. Yep, there it is. You can get it on Blu-ray. Oh, sorry, $50. Somebody's got a used copy for $35. The DVD you can get for $10 used, or $23 new. So there you go. But it is out there, and that's not too expensive. To get a fun movie like this, I bought a cheaper copy years ago for my brother. I bought one for him because I thought he'd like it too. You could spend $7. No featured offers available. That's weird. So you can spend $10, get it on VHS if you want. They have one for $15 plus shipping, so be $19 you can get it. So there you go. But yeah, there's choices out there. You can still get it. Like I say, it can be a little more expensive on the Blu-ray, but I'm certain I didn't pay that much for it. But yeah, so take a look for it out there. Let's see. I think that's about it for that. I love the film though. It's a lot of fun. Now I have. Oh, there it is. I'm like, where'd my bag of pickups go? Let me get back to this so I can see what we're doing. All right. So this is a couple of places. Went out of town to visit family over the weekend, and rode the train in Chicago. That was fun. You had to ride the train. got us a ticket on the train. And I wondered if I asked my son, I said, do you think Dustin has the record sale open this weekend? Good Lord. Just trying to get these out of here. Let's see what we got. All right, that and that go here. I'm making noise. And here you go. This is from Squeezebox. They gave me a coupon to come back and use. It's good through May 31st. I won't be there. I'll have to, I should have left this with my son. Let me see. I think that came from there. That came from there. I was looking for some more Billy Idol just in case I could find it. All right, so let's take a look here. I did find a little bit of vinyl in the cheap seats. These were $1 a piece. And this looked like it was in pretty good shape. I don't know what the vinyl's like. I'm gonna have to look at that. But he had No Fun Allowed by Glenn Frey. So I picked it up. And also, there you go, Chris DeBerg, The Getaway. And this is the album that has Don't Pay the Ferryman on it. Of course, Party Town is on this Glenn Frey. And I'm trying to think of anything else that was on here. Not that I know. Produced by Glenn Frey, Alan Blazik, and Jim Ed Norman. Let me see who produced. Just for fun, let's see who produced. Oh, by Rupert Hine. Chris DeBerg was produced by Rupert Hine. So yeah, this these two were, I don't know, this album looks like it's in really good condition. The cover has no wear on it at all. There's no wear nowhere on here. Wild. Chris DeBerg's got a little bit of wear, but it's still in great shape. I love Don't Pay the Ferryman. Here's a reminder. If you like hearing covers of songs, especially if it's something even heavier, go out there and check out, give me just a second, I got to make sure I say this right. Dominion did a version of Don't Pay the Ferryman. Kicks ass. And then while you're at it, you might as well check out Jaded Heart and their version of Easy Lover. Damn. Here is, yeah, there's one of those. Here is the record sale logo. If you want to get out there, and if you're up in the Evanston, Illinois area, you can also go on a Facebook page, and that'll tell you which weekend of the month. He does it like every 6 weeks, somewhere in there. So, but there it is, record sale. And Dustin runs that, and it's in his garage. So you just drive up there and step back there to the garage, and he's got a nice little setup back there. And he also does artwork, 3D artwork and things. And I would assume, maybe he still is, part of like the committee for murals and things in that area too, up there. Then for $2, he had CDs. Not all of them were $2, but I found this one was $2. I already own it, but I thought it would be a great gift for some folks who maybe got rid of some CDs or never had this, because this thing's like brand new. So I picked it up. Sgt. Pepper. Look at that. I mean, it's like beautiful shape. There is, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Muy buena, no brainer. So for $2 was this too. And I have to double check because I bought a copy of this before, but I don't know if it was in a jewel case, but it's Avalon by Roxy Music. This is such a great record. And I'd never listened to it. I had my brother-in-law tell me about it. And and it's wonderful. He was correct. The production is great. All the songs are fantastic. It has the hit on it. Well, Avalon was actually a well-known song off of it as well, but then it had More Than This is the biggest hit off of this, and a great record. There you go, Avalon by Roxy Music. So I'm not sure I had mine in a jewel case though. I bought it. I have to double check that. There's just so many things that come up while you're getting ready for a show. You're like, okay, I got all my info. And then you're like, oh yeah, right. Right. Now, so that's everything I got there except, whoops, music-wise. But he also had some magazines there that were $2 a piece. He ended up giving me a couple of them for free because I had enough stuff that he was like, oh no, he gave me those 2 records for free. That's what he did. And I found some Rolling Stone magazines. I'm not a fan of Rolling Stone. However, so I found this one, which has John Belushi, and this is artwork done by Helnwein. And Helnwein is the guy, if it looks familiar, this is the guy who also did the artwork for Blackout by Scorpions. So also did that portrait of John Belushi. So this is after he had passed. And another follow-up issue is, I don't know if this is a follow-up issue or if this is before it. I may have a tough time reading which is what. I don't know if I can or not. Here, let's see. So that is September 27th of 84 was the first one I showed you. And oh wow, yeah, this is wow. Okay, wow, this is long after. So May 13th, 1982 is this one. Okay, wow. All right, so there is a big difference. All right, so this was 84 and this one was 82. So this was about an investigation into the death of John Belushi. So I thought, well, if I ever do a kind of a piece about John Belushi, these would be a couple of good issues to kind of read, even though I don't trust or really like Rolling Stone. It is what it is. Then I found this one about the death of Marvin Gaye. And let's see, this one I had to get. Again, don't love Rolling Stone, but look at that. The Secrets of Tron. Back in the day, look at that. Now we've just had the second sequel, which I didn't see and probably never will. Not interested. It didn't do well, and it just doesn't sound like anything I'm interested in wasting that much time. There we go. Huey Lewis and the Stones at Altamont, A Look Back. So I thought that looked cool. I also like, I'm going to start a little sequence here where I'll be getting some information together to share some old information. Look at this. Had to get this. Classic. The Go-Go's. So cool. And it's got shark attacks. So, gotta watch out for that. This guy, like I say, is a mess these days. Whatever, man. But he was Artist of the Year back in 1986. This also has Peter Gabriel, Madonna back in her heyday, Run DMC, Genesis, Cyndi Lauper, Bruce Hornsby, David Lee Roth. I played every one of these on the radio in 1986. This is from February of 87, of course. Even at the top, let's see. The only ones I didn't play, let's see. I think I played Bruce Willis. Did I play that hit song he had? Was that too? I'm thinking I did. I had Eddie Murphy. But Charlie Watts from Stones, I played the Stones when their album came out then. But then it's got Los Lobos and Billy Vera. But anyway, there you go. That dude's a mess now, but back then. He was killing it. He was killing it. So that was that. That was everything I got at the record sale from Dustin. And then I went to my favorite pit stop, which I go there for music and for videos. Didn't find anything on video. I found some things that I almost bought the first season of Dragnet because I just watched that movie, the comedy with Aykroyd and Hanks recently. And I thought, oh, maybe I'll get some of the originals someday. They had season 1, but I didn't get it, from 1967 of Dragnet. But I passed on. It's only $2, but I was like, I just don't need it. But these, they had CDs that were $2 each, or you get 3 for $5. So I was going through and I found this remastered version of Tapestry. It doesn't have the second disc with it, which is just her and the piano. Sometimes when it comes to those extra discs, I'm like, okay, I'm not worried about it. That's really something, if you're a diehard, you concern yourself with it. But this had a little note on the front, which I saved. It says only first disc. So, but I was okay with that. I'm like, that's cool. That's all I want, really. It's just a nice remastered version of the album Tapestry. Fantastic record. Let me see if I can tell you what's on here, because this is really amazing. I Feel the Earth Move, So Far Away, It's Too Late. You have to realize all 3 of those songs were hits. Home Again, Beautiful, which has become very popular. Way Over Yonder, You've Got a Friend, that's a hit. Where You Lead, Will You Love Me Tomorrow? I believe she had a hit with that. Smackwater Jack, Tapestry, and You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman, which the lyrics for that were written by her husband. He was feeling his feminine side, which is great. That's nothing wrong with that, man. Keep it in touch. That way you know that you know what's going on. Also, Stevie Ray Vaughan. I just watched the documentary about him recently, and I found Texas Flood. So under $2. And then in that same, it was a documentary kind of about Stevie Ray Vaughan, but it was also about Jimmy Vaughan. So it was how they went along, both of them. So then they were talking about, of course, this album came out just after Stevie Ray died. And it's right there you go. The Vaughan Brothers, family style. So great record, great guitar players, and Stevie Ray gone way, way too soon. Yeah. So that's that. And then I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Monsters of Rock. I don't know if you guys have been up on it. I've been watching a couple of videos with Metal Guru. If you haven't heard of him, go ahead and check him out as well. And he was talking about this thing that happened. And it's something that happened with Sebastian Bach. And there was a big to-do about that. So you can check out Metal Guru. I don't want to go through all of that here because he did such a great job there. And so just go out and check that out. He is somebody that I'd like to have on the show. So if he bumps into this, I'm going to try to get a hold of him in other ways. But if he sees this before I get a hold of him, there we go. I'll probably try Facebook. That might be the best. But there's all kinds of folks that I'm getting ready to talk to, hoping to talk to, putting feelers out, and I'm getting to know people at the venues, so that'll make it easy. Monsters of Rock. Tell me if you're interested in going to Monsters of Rock. Let's see what we've got here as well. Dude, I've never seen this movie. Yeah, please do check it out. I'm trying to remember if they have a copy. Trying to remember if there's one on YouTube that you can watch or where it's streaming. I'm not sure. But yeah, the labels, it's always cool looking at the labels and things and all the artwork. That's kind of the reason I like to share them here, because it's really cool. Saboteur, what's up? Never seen this movie either. Yeah, it's worth a watch. Definitely worth a watch. Now, again, I enjoy this movie. And and also here's another thing. I never saw it when I was young, so I don't have to worry about um I don't have to worry about, yeah, man, I saw this when I was a kid and I love it. I still love it. I know, blah, blah, blah. Maybe it's not this or that, but I still love it. So I don't have to worry about that. I got to know this movie when I was older. So it was fine. I mean, by the time I got it, I had kids and, things like that, or a kid at the time. But so it was, so I got to know this movie as an adult. And again, I'm a music fan. So if you're a music fan, you will have fun with this. If you like Rockstar, you will have fun with this. I'm not telling you that again, it's not an Oscar winner. I'm not looking for that. I'm just looking for a fun music movie, and this is a lot of fun. It made me laugh on a lot of occasions. There's still things that I laugh at. Martin Mull is always worth watching when he's in a good, fun film with other great actors, right? I like watching him still in My Bodyguard, where he plays Chris Makepeace's dad, who works at the hotel. So there's other roles that he has that I really enjoy watching him. And he's a lot of fun in this. Eileen Brennan works really well in this film with them. She plays an older, more experienced, kind of burnt out DJ in this. Alex Karras had a great little part in this film too. Not super totally in love with the acting that he does in the film, but he has a very small part. But his later scene in the movie is better than when you first meet him. It maybe just doesn't feel as natural. Maybe that's it. So yeah, but all the other players, very good. And to see, there's even a couple of every cameo in FM is a speaking part for these people. Part of it is like Tom Petty. It's natural stuff. It's like an interview. So that's a natural thing. REO Speedwagon, when he's chatting with them in Tower Records, that's a really easy, quick conversation and natural. So that's cool. Linda Ronstadt is she is charming. So charming when she is in the film and doing the live thing. And when she puts a little speaking part toward the character in the movie, Dugan. So that's a fun part. It is a lot of fun. It does a lot of fun. It's fun, like Spinal Tap's fun. There's so many other movies that you might want to check out. And again, I'll be going through these because I really want you guys to know about movies. And I need to find out about American Hot Wax. I'll be watching that, and I'll give you my review on that. And then we'll talk about some of these other music-centric films. Tell me if there's any music-centric films that you guys like. Put them in the comments below. And as always, I mean, if you dig what's going on here, let's like and subscribe, and then hit the notification bell on your phones. You can hit the hype button, right? So I'll see if I even have that available. I'm still a young channel, and we're still making our way here. But yeah, like and subscribe. Tell me what you want to hear about. Tell me what you want to talk about. Pop in here, chat with me like these two gentlemen are, and we'll just chat about whatever. So that's it for my pickup stuff. There's still a couple of Billy Idol things that I want to get. I was looking up the one, and I just looked it up today. I want to say shit. I want to say shit that I don't remember. I'm trying to remember that EP that I just looked it up today. I just got the cage. There it is. The Road. I was just going to say it's The Road. It's Side. It's something. Yeah, The Roadside is the name of the EP that I still have yet to get, and I'll be ordering that soon. I would like to. Oh, whoa! Wait a minute! Whoa! Hold on. I think I'm ordering that today. they have a big sale on Billy Idol, the first expanded edition, the 2 CD set. It's only $12 right now, 40% off. It was $20. I didn't order it because it was really expensive. But you know what? That could end my looking for that first album. I think I will do that. Now, yeah, and they've got a 40th anniversary expanded edition of Rebel Yell as well. That's my Dr. Seuss moment for the day, so you're welcome to that. But that one is $23.16, so $24 and some change when all is said and done. But shit, $11.98, damn straight. I'm putting that in the frickin' cart. Damn, that's awesome. Dream Into It is his brand new album, and you can pick it up. It's only $10.99 for that, for the new album. And what is this? I don't know. There's this Icon album. Okay. And it's only $8. Brand new. Interesting. I don't know let's see what the tracks are. Dancing with Myself, White Wedding Part 1, Hot in the City, Rebel Yell, Eyes Without a Face, Flesh for Fantasy, Catch My Fall, To Be a Lover, Don't Need a Gun, Sweet 16, and Moni Moni Live. So, I don't know. Let's see what it says that it is. Does it have a description? I don't see one. Jukebox Heroes. Let's take a look at that real quick. All right. This is on Amazon. Rock Legends, it's called. Rock Legends and Rock Heroes. 120 classic rock hits. Hard rock collection featuring Deep Purple, Kiss, Scorpions, Dio, Alice Cooper, Motorhead, Europe, Rainbow, Thin Lizzy, Status Quo, Queensryche, and many more. $35. Let's take a look, shall we? Experience the ultimate rock and roll journey with Rock Music Collection, Rock Heroes, Rock Legends. The most comprehensive 6-CD anthology ever assembled, this massive collection brings together over 100 explosive tracks spanning 5 decades of rock music. From the birth of classic rock to the modern revolution, featuring guitar gods, vocal powerhouses, and rebel anthems that define generations. This definitive set captures the raw energy and unforgettable moments that made rock music the voice of rebellion and freedom. There you go. It's a 6-CD collection. 100 plus essential rock anthems, the most complete rock collection ever. Oh, shut up. Legends across generations, from Elvis to Måneskin. Never heard of that. Covering every rock era. 6 themed discs. You got classic rock, hard rock, glam metal, 90s alternative, modern rock, and ultimate anthems. Iconic vocal performances and digitally remastered sound. Every track optimized for maximum impact. All right. So let's see. Oh, no, there's no listing. Are you on crack? Son of a bitch. All right, well, let's go back. Maybe you can read the back. No. There's no... Oh, man. Oh, here we go. Okay. I'm whining for no reason. Well, no reason. Okay, so I guess, yeah, so you have 2 different things here. So the first CD is Jukebox Heroes, Rock Heroes, and then the second CD set, which is 3, they're both 3 CDs, is Rock Legends. So let's see what we've got here. I'm assuming this one is Rock Legends. I don't know. I'm trying to see. Okay, so that looks like that. That looks like that. I don't know which back is for which. Anyway, one of the sets has Alice Cooper Poison. We're going to fly through this. Are you ready? Here we go. Alice Cooper Poison, Golden Earring, Radar Love, Kansas, Carry On Wayward Son, Journey, Don't Stop Believing, Blue Oyster Cult, Don't Fear the Reaper, Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell, Boston, More Than a Feeling, Ram Jam, Black Betty, Toto, Hold the Line, Bonnie Tyler, Holding Out for a Hero, Mother's Finest, yes, Baby Love, Living Color, Cult of Personality, Tommy Two-Tone, 867, Jenny, anyway. Rick Springfield, Jesse's Girl. Eddie Money is Take Me Home Tonight. Foreigner, White Lie. Judas Priest, Breaking the Law. Patti Smith Group, Because the Night. Loverboy, Turn Me Loose. REO Speedwagon, Keep on Loving You. Motorhead, Ace of Spades. Scorpions, Rock You Like a Hurricane from 2011. Europe, The Final Countdown. Survivor, Eye of the Tiger. Nazareth, This Flight Tonight. Not my expected track, however, still a great track. Uriah Heep, Easy Living. Cheap Trick, I Want You to Want Me Live. Quiet Riot, Come On Feel the Noise. Halloween, I Want Out. Bonfire, You Make Me Feel. Warrant, Cherry Pie. Sweet, Ballroom Blitz. The Guess Who, American Woman. Elvis Presley, Jailhouse Rock. Right in the middle of all that? The McCoys, Hang On Sloopy. Okay. Electric Light Orchestra, Don't Bring Me Down. Paul Simon, You Can Call Me Al. Okay. All right. Elvis Presley, The McCoys, ELO, Paul Simon, Primal Scream, Rocks. The Clash, Should I Stay or Should I Go? Mott the Hoople, All the Young Dudes. Jeff Buckley, Hallelujah. Pink, So What? I like Pink, but Good Charlotte, The River. Incubus, Drive. Gossip, Heavy Cross. Wheatus, Teenage Dirtbag. Die Happy, Supersonic Speedway. I'm sorry, Supersonic Speed. I love Die Happy, by the way, if you don't know who that is. Spin Doctors, Two Princes. Guano Apes, Open Your Eyes. Him, Join Me in Death. Oomph, Augen auf. H Blocks, Move the Radio. The Calling, Wherever You Will Go. Daughtry, It's Not Over. 3 Days Grace. Animal, I Have Become. Urban Dance Squad, Demagogue. The Romantics, Talking in Your Sleep. Kenny Loggins, Heartlight. The Hooters, Johnny B. That's a great song, by the way. That came off the next album after Nervous Night. It's really a great tune. Crazy Town, Butterfly. And Mainskin and Iggy Pop, I Want to Be Your Slave. Okay. There's moments where it goes off the rails. I think you know that. I think you get it. I think you dig it. You know what I'm talking about. It's weird. Okay. Hang on. It gets more. All right. Here's the other CD collection, whichever it may be. Rock Heroes or Rock Legends. I'm thinking Legends. I'm thinking Legends. It looks like everything is older. So this is probably the Legends one. Leonard Skinner, Sweet Home Alabama. Okay. There's nothing better we could have. I'm shutting up now. Kiss, I Was Made for Loving You. Okay. Thin Lizzy, The Boys Are Back in Town. Safe choice. The Knack, My Sharona. Alice Cooper, Teenage Frankenstein. T-Rex, Get It On. Bachman Turner Overdrive, You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet. Dio, Rainbow in the Dark. Rainbow. since you've been gone. That's funny. Status Quo, Rockin' All Over the World. Free, Wishing Well. Played that version of theirs many years now. Arthur Brown, Fire. Head East, If You Knew Me Better. Interesting choice. Gorky Park. I wouldn't consider them rock legends, but I get it. It is old. Bang, nonetheless. Saga, On the Loose, fantastic. Krista Berg, Don't Pay the Ferryman. Cinderella, Gypsy Road, great choice. That's a really interesting, good choice. Deep Purple, Knocking at Your Back Door, great choice. Cutting Crew, I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight. I'm just saying, when I get done with this, there's going to be bands. I don't see Black Sabbath on here at all. But we have Cutting Crew, I Just Died in Your Arms. Really? Okay. Did I mention there's no Black Sabbath on here at all? There is multiple Deep Purple from the same record, and multiple Thin Lizzy, and multiple Cinderella, and multiple Alice Cooper, and multiple Saga. And I'm not complaining about the multiple Rainbow. Oh, that's a cool one. Wait till I get to this one. A multiple Lenny Kravitz, multiple Gary Moore. Again, I'm not bitching. I'm just saying. Multiple Queensryche, multiple Status Quo, multiple Billy Idol. And the other Billy Idol on here doesn't fit. Hold on. I'll get to it. Okay? No Black Sabbath. No Foreigner. No Bob Seger. There's no Steely Dan. There's no Outlaws. There's no REO Speedwagon on this one. It's no Joe Walsh. No Eagles. Okay. I mean, there's no Foghat on here. Okay. I'll just tell you what's on here. Asia, Heat of the Moment, Dio, Holy Diver, multiple Dio. It's not a bad thing. All of these bands that are multiples on here deserve multiples, but not on here when you don't have. So I'm shutting up. Billy Idol, Eyes Without a Face. What's the matter with Blue Highway? Billy Squire, The Stroke. Well, at least they didn't put Rock Me Tonight, which I like that song. Just hate the video. Pat Benatar, Love is a Battlefield. Deep Purple, Perfect Strangers. See, there's Perfect Strangers, the title track to the album that has Knocking at Your Back Door. Poison, Talk Dirty to Me. Thin Lizzy. There's no Motley Crue on here. You got Poison, but you don't have okay. Shutting up. Thin Lizzy, Whiskey in a Jar. Is that really the other? Okay. Kiss, Lick It Up. Okay, so the two. Okay, so they have I Was Made for Loving You, and they have the song from when they didn't have makeup. I love Lick It Up, by the way. I love that song. But okay. Cinderella, Don't Know What You've Got Till It's Gone. Okay. All right. Tesla, Modern Day Cowboy. Fucking awesome choice. Awesome choice there. Alice Cooper, He's Back. The Man Behind the Mask, okay, from the movie. Saga, The Flyer, which was their follow-up to On the Loose. Warlock, there you go. See? All We Are. Rainbow, Stone Cold, great song, but again. TNT, 10,000 Lovers in One, great choice. Giant, I'm a Believer. Did they cover that song? I hope that's not what that is. Gary, here's the one that I love this choice. Gary Moore and Phil Lynott, Out in the Fields. Oh, man, great choice. Ugly Kid Joe, Everything About You. Yeah, okay. Lenny Kravitz, Fly Away. Okay. The Cranberries, Zombie. No, thank you. Hoobastank, The Reason. Okay. Here's a song I've been listening to a bunch today because I got to perform it on Saturday. Blink 182, All the Small Things. Okay. Three Doors Down, Kryptonite. Four Non Blondes, What's Up? There's one of the reasons I wouldn't buy this. How about that? Just saying. The Cure, Friday, I'm in Love. Soundgarden, Black Hole Sun. Okay. Extreme, More Than Words. Okay. Lenny Kravitz, Are You Going to Go My Way? Okay. I mean, either that or Fly Away, but you don't have to put both of them on there. Deep Blue, Something, Breakfast at Tiffany's. Bloodhound Gang, The Bad Touch. Gary Moore, Still Got the Blues. Great song. Great guy. Great guitar player. Mike Oldfield, Shadow on the Wall. No Black Sabbath. No Black Sabbath. Queensryche, Empire. Great song, but they're already on here. Right. What was the other one that they had on here by them? What was the other Queensryche song? Operation Mindcrime. I don't think I said that. I mean, you got Operation Mindcrime. Leave Empire alone. Put that on a different one. Jackal, I Stand Alone. Crying out loud by the time they got to Jackal. Airborne. Bone Shaker. Great. Meatloaf. Did we have a Meatloaf on this one? No, that was on the other one, right? All right. Rock and Roll Dreams Come Through. Don't put Meatloaf's version on there. Put Jim Steinman's version on here. Then you don't have to double up on the same one. Status Quo, In the Army Now. Okay. You already had a Status Quo tune on here, right? Right? Yep. Rocking All Over the World. Okay. I'm bitching so long on this thing, I forget it and what was on here. Rebel Yell by Billy Idol. There you go. See? Boom. There. Bang. Put that one on there. Kaiser Chiefs. Ruby. Never heard it. All right. Anyway. This came out in 2022. So get it or don't. Here's what I like to do. I love to look at these, and there's a lot of times I'll see these used in a store, and what I do is just take a picture of it. And then I just come home and either make my own CD because I own all the songs, and I'm like, I'll just put it together myself and leave the other stuff off. Also, I get to listen, though I will listen to some of these songs that I don't know and see how I like them. I already know that I don't ever need to hear What's Up by Four Non Blondes again. Ever. Kind of Zombies the same way. But Deep Blue, I love Deep Blue Somethings. I own that record with Breakfast at Tiffany's, but I don't want that on this. Rock Legends? Come on. This goes back. It's a corporate dude going, yeah, that'd be great on there. We gotta. I don't know. Come on, guys. Get your shit together. And then they have this on the cover. Right in between Jukebox Heroes. It's two sets. Jukebox Heroes, Rock Heroes, Rock Legends. And then they got that. And you got Deep Blue Something on there doing Breakfast at Tiffany's. Hell yeah. So stupid. All right. Speaking of stupid, this is enough of me going on and on about that. All right. So enjoy the movie. I'm excited, like I do these days. I'm excited for everybody who hasn't seen the movie yet. I hope somebody out there who has seen American Wax likes it and is excited about me seeing that. And I'll give you a review of that movie as well. We'll talk about it. But yeah, in the meantime, hey, I'll let you get rolling. I've been on here long enough. And I'm sure you're sick of me. I'm sick of me. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. But yeah, like and subscribe. If you dig what we're doing, do it. Hit the notification bell so you know when I'm doing this, even if it's just at the last minute. It's always good to know. It's always good to the last drop, like my drummer. That's the way he plays. So always looking forward to doing more of these with you guys. And I'll be back soon. Still working on a schedule, so I know exactly when I'm doing everything and how everything's going to go. So, all right. Take it easy, folks. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Hopefully, maybe you're going to get a copy of FM and check it out. There it is. Remember, fun movie. A now story with now music. Enjoy. All right. Talk to you guys soon.